Hey, Brian from Garage Mahal. Today I have a VEVOR park bench. So let's open up, see what we get inside, and then once we get it assembled, we'll move it outside, and I'll figure out where on my porch or my yard it will look best. So it comes rather sealed well. Let's get these little pieces apart and opened. Looks like it comes pretty well bubble wrapped, which is cool. Make sure it comes to you nice and intact. I hear a bag of screws in there somewhere. Yep, taped inside the box, so you got to rip the box apart to get that out. But that's good, so you won't lose any pieces. So let me put that there. I'll put the directions there. And let's start unbubble wrapping this. And okay. So 4 pieces in total. Let's get this bag of bolts open. And it looks like it has everything you need to put that together. So let me just organize the bolts a little bit. Okay, so a couple different back designs that you have. I believe we have this one that we're assembling, but it will kind of tell you what parts go where. Quick and easy. So let's get the bottom first. So that's the back, because it's nice and decorative. So that will be your bench. I believe it's going to go this way. Give me kind of a side profile. And then the ends, they look like they are pretty much going to be universal depending on what side you're using. So let's kind of set that up here to the curve. That's going to go like that. And I think the top. So we are going to use these longer bolts, I believe. Go down at the bottom. I'm just going to slip them into place and then just double check. We'll leave them there and then see when we put the back on how that is going to fit. And if that's going to need the longer bolts, we can get everything situated. Then this back section is going to fit here. Slightly off frame, but I want to see how long of a bolt we're going to need to get through here. Okay, all right, so the longer bolts really doesn't distinguish in the directions, but you'll see you have 2 different size bolts, and the longer ones are going to be going through the back. The smaller ones are going to be the ones that we're going to put onto the bottom here. And again, we are going to use a washer. And then one of the nuts here. Kind of hold that together. And we got a smaller bolt here for the bottom. Another washer. And then a nut on this end. Okay, we're going to slightly tighten this down. I don't want to make it too tight in case we got to fit pieces better together. And then we'll just tighten this together here. Tighten this bottom one. Leave some wiggle room. And then we'll get this side in place. Get that back out of the way until we are ready for it. Okay, again, the last two smaller bolts. One of those longer bolts in here. Then it's got a tapped. It's got a tapped hole. So again, we'll get this piece up. Get a couple threads in. I'll give this a quick tighten down just to kind of hold it better. Okay. Okay, so that is your bench. Let me move it outside and see how it looks. Stay tuned. Anyway, looks pretty good here. Brian from Garage Mall. Thanks for watching, and